Located on the Giza Plateau near Cairo, Egypt, the Giza Necropolis has stood as a testament to human ambition and creativity for over 4,500 years. But what exactly is the necropolis, and why does it continue to capture the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and tourists alike? Let's start with the basics. The Giza Necropolis comprises three main pyramids: the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafra, and the Pyramid of Menkaure. Alongside them stands the enigmatic Sphinx and numerous smaller tombs and temples. Together, they form a sprawling complex that served as the final resting place for Egyptian royalty and the stage for some of the greatest feats of engineering in history. The oldest of the main three pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza, was built during the reign of the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt, between 2550 and 2560 BC. That makes it about 4,500 years old. The second pyramid to be built, the Pyramid of Khafra, was completed in 2570 BC, and the last pyramid to be built was that of Menkaure, between 2510 and 2500 BC. Many of the tombs and cemeteries at the Giza complex were added to after the construction of the pyramids, even during the 5th and 6th dynasties, around 2500 to 2180 BC. What is in the Giza Necropolis? Called by the ancient Egyptians the Horizon of Cheops, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest and oldest pyramid of the complex. This is the northernmost and oldest pyramid built for Khufu, who was the second king of this dynasty of rulers. What you see today is the structural base of the Great Pyramid, because originally it was covered by a smooth stone covering. It is still possible to see some original boulders around the base. Inside the Pyramid of Khufu was discovered, in addition to the underground chamber, located in the lowest level on which the pyramid was erected, the Queen's Chamber and the King's Chamber. The construction of the pyramid is still a subject of interest for scholars because, for its construction, which lasted 23 years, about 100,000 large blocks of concrete were quarried each year. Each of them, weighing about 2.5 tons, was transported to the site of the construction and stacked up to a height of 147 meters. In the centuries following its creation, the Pyramid of Khufu was the object of numerous studies by the successive ruling dynasties, not so much to preserve the monument, but to be able to access and take possession of any treasures inside it. In any case, Khufu's bodies and grave goods were never found and probably fell into the hands of the tomb looters of the time. Known by the ancients as the Great Chephren, this pyramid belongs to the son of Khufu, who succeeded his father in the role of sovereign. Although it was designed on a slightly smaller scale than the Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Chephren, currently 136 meters high, appears as the largest of the complex. This effect is caused by the greater inclination of the walls and the presence of a rocky pedestal, about 10 meters high, above which the pyramid was erected. A unique feature of this pyramid is the presence, in the upper part of the structure, of the thin stone slabs that originally covered all the pyramids. The last of the pyramids built in the plain of Giza is that of Mycerinus, known to the ancient Egyptians as Divine is Mycerinus. Smaller in size than the others, with only 66 meters in height, this pyramid reveals a certain inaccuracy in its construction. In fact, it was made with stone blocks larger than those used in the other structures, but positioned in a much less schematic way. The initial project had to be revised after the premature death of Mycerinus, replacing the precious red granite of Aswan with the more common white limestone. The Sphinx of Giza, part of Chepren's funerary complex, is placed on a stone platform next to the processional ramp leading to the temple downstream of Chephren, the place where the deceased pharaoh was prepared for the afterlife. The statue, an imposing lion with a human face, is 73.5 meters long, 20.2 meters high, and 19.3 meters wide. The Sphinx was carved from a block of rock to represent and protect the pharaoh Chephren. This fascinating mythological figure is a monumental sculpture dating back to the mid-16th century BC. It is attributed to Pharaoh Khafra, to whom the second pyramid is also owed. The Sphinx is not only a statue, but it is also a temple that has similarities with that of Khafra. It is not possible to determine precisely whether the face represented Khufu or Khafra. Even nowadays, scientists have different opinions, even if most of them suppose the version for which it was Khafra. People who say that the Sphinx statue is of Khafra show that this feature is very recent. It isn't possible that it came about after the Sphinx was studied. The present conditions of the statue are not the best because it was built with low-quality stone and suffered, in addition to the erosion caused by sand and weathering. The great interest in this ancient monument is also fed by the many legends that surround it, including the presence of secret rooms hidden under the body of the Sphinx. In addition to the staggering figures mentioned just before, we cannot fail to mention some of the mysteries of the pyramids of Egypt. The Pyramid of Khufu is exactly aligned with the other two, the pyramids of Khafra and Menkaure, following the stars that form the constellation Orion. The passage to descend into the pyramid indicates the polar star, known as Alpha Draconis. It is believed that it is because the pyramids of Giza were associated with Osiris, the god of rebirth in ancient Egypt. According to recent research, if the perimeter of the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza is divided by twice its height, the result is about 3.14. That is, the value of the pi Greek number, which is very popular in mathematics. Mathematicians here know about this. The King's Chamber also contains a pi Greek in the ratio between the length and the perimeter. Simply amazing. With almost 5,000 years, the way the pyramids of Egypt were built is still a mystery. The Great Sphinx is even older. It has been called the eighth wonder of the ancient world many times, and new research says it could be up to 10,000 years old. Today, the Giza Necropolis stands not just as a monument to a bygone era, but as a symbol of human ingenuity, resilience, and the eternal quest to understand our place in the cosmos. And that's the magic of Giza. It's not just a place, it's a puzzle, a story written in stone, waiting for us to uncover its secrets piece by piece. Around 14.7 million visitors every year, some to uncover those mysteries, and some to enjoy the majestic scenery. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more dives into history's greatest mysteries. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth.